It started with two questions. The first, why can some members of Louisiana jury vote not guilty and a defendant still be convicted of a crime? The second, is that fair? In 2017, reporters at the Times-Picayune and the Advocate set out to answer those questions. Here's what we found. The century-old law that allowed non-unanimous jury convictions was designed for the express purpose of convicting more black people of crimes. 100 years later, the law was still rigging the Louisiana court system against black men and women entitled to a fair trial. Getting to those answers took reporters and editors 16 months. They tracked down court records from clerks and district attorneys in all 64 of Louisiana's parishes. They spent untold days, nights, and weekends turning those piles of documents into databases containing more than 3,000 trials and 42,000 prospective jurors and their votes. The reporting, editing, photography, data entry, and public records requests of our series, Tilting the Scales, cost $250,000 to produce. The stories we wrote showed the roots of this racist law and the inequity it was still producing. The series resulted in impassioned speeches on the floor of the state capitol. It led to a bipartisan agreement to hold a referendum, and voters were given the chance to right a wrong. By a broad margin, Louisiana's people, Republicans and Democrats, voted to scrap the Jim Crow-era law. The success of our journalism in the past fuels us for the work to come. Louisiana is a lot of things. Beautiful, diverse, culturally rich, but it's not always fair and equitable. Local journalism has been in retreat across much of the U.S., including in Louisiana. As other papers and media outlets have shrunk, our team has worked to fill the void. But the task is tall. Corruption begets corruption. Inequality begets inequality. And both thrive when no one is watching. Investigative journalism isn't a moneymaker, but as a news organization committed to the public service, we know the impact and the importance of our work. It's a collective effort that extends outside the walls of our newsroom. We're fortunate to be in a community that recognizes the importance of our reporting. We hope that support continues, because there's more work to do.